Well, good afternoon, Shelby. Here we go. All right. Today's going to be a quick poll. We'll just kind of look into the energy to see what's going on. Every time I come on live, I kind of like to step into the energy for a second to see, feel, mind, body, spirit connection. So we're just kind of settling into what the thread's going to bring about. A lot of healing. You can feel a lot of healing is going to happen. A lot of belief challenges. We'll go for about a half hour today, I think. Unless you're the only one. If you're the only one, then we will read you and move on. Anytime I start a brand new thing, I just have to let it organically grow. Okay. So first things first, let's go ahead and relax into our energetic field, right? Maybe let's balance our energetic field pretty good, okay? So you may feel some shifting. The shifting that you would feel or notice or sense or get an impression of would be a side to side, a right to left, back and forth, top to bottom sort of feel throughout your body, as if your energy is kind of bouncing around, but very specifically balancing until it comes into that harmony of both the divine masculine and feminine that you are, right? And this will also open up lymph nodes, so you might feel a little bit of a drain, relief and pressure. We're just settling into our physical experience. That's what embodiment does. It lets you become who you're meant to be in that moment, because that's where you make your decisions. Okay. I was writing my as our energy settles, and I have an intention right now for transmutation. The transmutation is to remove, to transmute, change the energy of psychic debris, things that we find not necessary anymore in our psyche, right? So psychic debris, things that we've already ruminated on, worked on in the past, things we don't need to say the new story to ourselves, right? So the psychic debris. My intention is to change that psychic debris into little white butterflies of unconditional love, source energy. And I've done that for a really long time. And the reason that I've done that in that intention is so that when I walk into the energy that surrounds me, it feels more like that than continuing to let it be something I really don't like. Okay? So that's why I do that. You are your energetic field. Your physical body translates this experience for you. In doing that, you get to choose how and what you feel. And that you develop the story, and that's how you live. Okay. All right. So I feel like we are all in a really great space. Well, welcome to Hump Day. I was in Joy earlier, and I went into sadness, and then I went into this expansion, this crazy expansion and purpose. And this all happened in the space of 5 minutes before the show started. So I was collecting myself, right? Man, what a great opportunity when you just let it happen. What a great opportunity. So let's see, where are you today, Shelby? Do you have a question? If you have a question, I'll go ahead and I'll answer your question. I'll give you some time. I don't mind. I'll talk until you have a question, maybe. If not, I'll pull a card in a few minutes, and then I don't mind talking, because I know there's a little bit of lag time with YouTube. Okay. Anyway, part of my process is that I'm becoming. We're all becoming. I'm becoming something I'm choosing this time. Cool. Okay. Are there any past lives that are currently influencing me? Yeah, 3. Or hindering me. You have a focus on the healing of those. So that is a resolution in your field. Okay. Or whatever you feel I need to hear. Oh, okay. All right, cool. We'll focus on that, but we can also shift that. Okay, so if you're open to shifting that, we can create that resolution and then provide you with clarity. You'll feel that because you're already feeling it shift. Okay. Okay. All right. So it'll feel like a tunneling. That's how it'll feel. It'll feel like a tunneling in your mind, inside your body, and inside your spirit. The tunneling is almost like a collecting of all the information. And you're bringing it into a volume, right? Into like a book, right? And this book is all about you and it belongs in your Akashic records. It has like all the trauma, it has all the successes. It's your book of life. There you go. Now you feel how heavy that is in your field, right? So you don't have to carry that with you everywhere you go. That's the first order of business. It'll feel heavy on your heart. It'll feel heavy on your mind. It will impede how you hear because you could sense all this in your body. And that's how you're carrying this information is in your body. And we would rather create it in an observational sort of schematic. So what we're going to do is we're going to remove the volumes. Okay. All right. And then we're going to imagine or pretend that Akashic record of us lives outside of us but surrounds us. So we can access it anytime we want because you're asking about past lives, right? So you want to be able to access them because sometimes there are influences. Some of those influences are nuances, not things that we necessarily have to change. Yet when we recognize them, make sense to us, and we go into satisfaction and acceptance, letting us love ourselves and becoming more authentic in how we present ourselves to ourselves. That's what happens. See how that lightens? And you're just sending the energy in a psychic library, all right? Now it always surrounds you, but it's always surrounded you. It's never been inside of you. We pull in curiosities and then we start behaving in those curiosities, all right? Right now, you're going to feel like you have crutches, all right? Because you're a polio aspect, okay? So in that polio, you also had something, I would say, in your stomach, all right? You feel like a little boy, you have brown hair, parted in the middle, probably an immigrant. It feels close to New York. Also, I would say in the 1800s, right? And it feels like you've lost some family. It also feels like you're getting ready to lose you. You're not in a home. It feels like I heard the word fire. I'm not conscious. So it feels like the smoke has already taken you. So if you have trouble breathing, okay, if you have trouble breathing, we're going to release this version of you, because I think that version of you could feel that, right, is kind of stuck here in limbo. There we go. Okay. And we're just going to integrate it into who you can be, into capability, awareness, that love. We're going to release that spirit portion, right? So go to the light, go to the light, go to the light. It's amazing how you feel more of yourself, right? You can begin to feel the integration process under your arms. Doesn't feel like you're being supported. You don't feel like the little boy anymore, but you do feel like a man. The man that you feel like, this is a spirit rather than a past life. The boy was a past life. This is a man in spirit. He was a heavy smoker. So again, your throat probably gets clogged. You feel like you're ready to have a heart attack. You're not really sure what's up. And you know that you're healthy as a horse, basically. The idea is that this experience gets you to possibly change some of the habits that you've been meaning to, right? And it's put you into that, but you're not getting the result that you would like. So what we're going to do is we're going to speak directly to the individual in your field. And we're going to tell this individual that they're no longer physical, that they've died, okay? We're going to communicate it through our mind in that intimation, okay? We're going to thank them for being in our field and teaching us that it's shared. Physical and non-physical is shared, right? And we're waiting. We're just waiting. We feel a wife coming, you see? We're going to ask him to turn around and face the light. I think his name is Bill or Bob or something like that. Okay. All spirit energy in need of transition. Go to the light, go to the light, go to the light. And now we're going to extend it to your field for what surrounds you. So your house, your office, your work, your interactions, your car, your family. When you're in this space of authenticity and you know yourself truly to be this vibration of love, this is who you truly are. You can sense inside your particular body, right here where your solar plexus are, below your heart and above your belly button, a little burning, right? Let's continue to release spirit and let all spirit go, healed, whole, and perfect. All right. Cool. I'm in your field and I'm looking around. As I look around in your field, I have a sense that maybe this is a more malevolent presence in your experience, something that makes you feel like you are held back, but it's a substantial amount of fear. The fear is the feeding, right? The fear is the feeding of this energy. You felt the dread right here just now. The fear feeds that dread. Okay? So we're going to transmute that energy. Okay? Substantial pressure, tightness, right? So we know it's an energy. Okay? Some kind of pattern. We don't know if it has a personality. But if we say, oh, step outside, we wrap it in gold, pull it tight. We just give it to source. We notice that there's relief and release in our field. We notice that. We notice that there's like this pixelation of energy where it effervesces into something that it wasn't before. And it's no longer that, right? And ease ensues. Ease comes in. Relief, relaxation, because we're not tight anymore, holding on to things that don't belong to us in our field. Now we're receiving ourselves into our field would be a good way to say it. All right? Okay. All right, Shelby, I would say you're about 2 minutes. Okay. Done. Yeah, because your throat just cleared. There's a lot. Just let it. Okay. Past lives are beneficial when we find them if we know what we're looking for. Sometimes it's easier to have somebody spot it for us because we will have already spotted it. So all it is a validation. It just validates what you're experiencing. Okay, so here's the last one. You ready? The last one is the pressure right here. That pressure. Okay. Okay. All right. That pressure, we can objectify it. We can allow it to be mental, which makes it metal, spirit, air. Okay. We sense there's no spirit because we've already cleared the field, right? But we do sense a presence, a manipulative presence, right? So that's in our thought process, but in our shared consciousness. So that means it's part of our current focus. Do we need that current focus is what we're going to ask ourselves about. Okay? Do we need that current focus? And all of a sudden, you start to slip away from it. And that is the perfect time to grab it off, wrap it up, and get rid of it. Whew. All right, so there, that's better. Give yourself a second to breathe through that. Okay. And now what we want to do is we want to intention the energy for you to work with, right? Let's work with some beautiful, joyful, appreciative, gratitude, loving, high vibrational energy. Let's just fill you with that divine white light, that unconditional love, that unconditionality. Let's just fill all of us up until we're beaming lights. We're fucking light already. We're just in expression now. All right? Okay. So now your curiosities have been solved or resolved. Now your body is clear. It holds memory. You can work through the memory as it pops up. You'll decide if it's beneficial, not beneficial. You'll hold it, let go of it, hold it, let go of it, recreate it until you choose a different pattern. Okay? All right. Here's your card. Now you're ready for a card. This must be why I didn't get to you yesterday. Isn't that perfect? The universe, perfection every time. How you doing, Shelby? You're almost back. Yeah, I'm grateful for you too, because that helps me. It helps me when we clear consciousness and we bring us back into that focus of love, all that love, all that love, all that love, right? Yeah, all that love. There's so much love. We're attacked with not that. It's not really attack. This is a love attack, okay? Think of the B-52s. Go to the love shack anytime you can, all right? Dance, move, have fun. It isn't fixed. It isn't fixed. When you find a pattern that you determine for yourself and your experience as unfavorable, contrary action is what you take. A lot of people think they're doing something different the next time, but you're starting out with the energy from the last time, so it's the same pattern. You have to change your physical energy in order to change the pattern you're stepping into. That's the key. That's why managing your physical self is so important. Okay, so it isn't a have, not have, it's alignment and focus, alignment and focus, situation. Ooh, okay, very good. Yeah. I know that was like a fire hose. It's usually a fire hose. All my classes are like that, so you don't have to worry about that. Okay. All right. Oh, look at this. Knight of Swords. Yesterday we got the Knight of Swords. Today's Knight of Swords feels a little different. This feels like now you're in understanding that you're running against the wind, right? That you're running against the wind. So when you create substantial, what if this fucking happens? And it hasn't happened, and you're determined that that is an awful thing, and then you pull it in, this is that. Know that you're not doing anything wrong. What you're doing is you're learning how to work with the energy. The result is telling you how you're doing it. If what is showing up feels like resistance, then that is not the flow. That's not flow. That's how easy that is. So let go of it. Just let go of it. What else could it be? What else could you want to experience in that moment? Okay? When you do that, you'll move into that water aspect, which is a feeling. Okay? When you choose sentience and you develop sentience, you can do so because it's your energy connecting with your body, your physical body, and giving you information. It does it 100% of the time that you're physical already. You determine what that information means to you. All right? This right here is showing you that you're learning not to be so resistant and bring in more heartfeltness, okay? Because you're worth it. You're worth it, right? So what would Shelby like to experience in her life? Rather than what do people think Shelby needs to experience in her fucking life? Fuck that shit. It's more about like, cause like you're not gonna make other people happy. They have to choose to be happy. You can create happier, happiness, happiest, okay? But they have to choose that vibration and feel it before you can extend it and expand it. It's all choice. Our DNA strands help us self-regulate and modulate those things, okay? You are a magical creature. You fire on all cylinders. The magic is you. Your desire is what comes through. When we use that word, it feels like it's always pleasure. Fuck no. Your desire is your focus. So whatever your focus is, that's what comes towards you. If your focus is the problems that you create by how you perceive a situation, that's what you will receive. If your focus is a perception of how easy it is to obtain and continue and move forward and grow, that's what you're going to receive. It's usually a combination of both. The mastery is being in the middle and understanding both and choosing what you would like to experience. So the card is about slowing down, giving yourself the benefit of doubt, letting yourself know that you're really deep in your thoughts and you're thinking I'm in action, yet you may be stalled because you're in too many directions. Look for the resistance and let that go, and that will help you. It was nice spending time with you today. Thank you so much, Shelby, for tuning in. It'll be the Shelby Show next Wednesday. I'm having such a good time. I hope that you enjoyed your day. You have a great day. Bless you. Bless you. Thank you for coming. Great.